Do you have macros down and you're ready to move to the next level in your nutrition? Or maybe you've noticed that you're actually feeling tired and drained after your workout instead of energized. Today, I'm going to share with you how nutrient timing, micronutrients, and reverse dieting all play a key factor in your progress, and they can help you feel your best. One of the questions I ask my clients in check-ins is, do you have energy after your workout? So if the answer is no, I usually look at three things. Are they eating quality food and getting their micronutrients in? What are they eating directly after their workout? And are they eating enough calories for their overall goal? This advice that I want to give you is for anyone who wants to learn more and they don't already feel overwhelmed with their nutrition, because everyone is at a different level in their journey. And so if you're having a hard time just hitting your protein, then I don't want you to worry about all of this. It might feel a little overwhelming, but if you love to learn and you want to learn more about nutrition, then this is for you. First, let's talk about the importance of micronutrients. So you've probably heard me talk a lot about macronutrients, and you hear that word all the time on the internet and with macro coaches, and how important it is to track your carbs, your fats, and your protein. But micronutrients are just as important. So micronutrients are essential vitamins and minerals that your body needs to operate at full capacity. And you have to remember that vitamins are necessary for your energy production, your immune function, blood clotting, and minerals can even play a role in your bone health. So they are so important to make sure that you prioritize. I want to give you 5 examples of some main micronutrients to include in your diet, just to give you an idea. So vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin E, magnesium, and zinc. These are ones that are super important. They're going to play a huge role in maintaining your immune function as well. When I teach my clients about nutrition, it's not just about how to lose weight. I don't really care as much about the weight you lose if you aren't doing it in a healthy way. So if your body's not actually healthy, you're missing the whole point, right? Most people do not realize how good they can actually feel if they pay attention to the quality of their food and not just the quantity of their calories. So let me give you an example. When I first started tracking my food 10 years ago, I thought, well, if a carb is a carb, then instead of eating an apple, I'd rather have chips or an ice cream cone because it's the same amount of carbs. But I quickly realized that I actually felt like crap and I didn't like how I felt. I was tired and groggy and bloated. And even though it was the same amount of carbs, how my body responded to an apple versus an ice cream cone was very different. So I started really getting in tune with how I feel after I eat certain foods. I did Whole30 after I realized that my gut health needed a reset. And I also did a few rounds of antibiotics when I had a kidney infection. So I had to reset my gut health. And I could not believe how much better I felt when I was eating vegetables with every single meal and kind of limiting how much of my sugar and refined carbs I was eating. I had so much energy. I felt like I was on caffeine pills because I was eating whole unprocessed foods full of micronutrients. I didn't need a pre-workout. I didn't need a caffeine drink in the middle of the day to give me energy because I was getting it from my foods and I felt so good. So I want to challenge you to take a look at the quality of food you're eating and how you can get more nutrients into your diet. The easiest way to add some variety into your diet is with fruits and vegetables and then healthy meats. So try to get as much color as you can. Aim for about 25 grams of fiber each day, which will mostly come from vegetables and whole grains, and I promise you will feel the difference. If you're looking for some delicious recipes to start incorporating more whole foods into your diet, you can always check out my Nourish cookbooks as well on my website. I will link that at the bottom in the description. All right, the next thing I look at when talking to my clients is nutrient timing. So if you're feeling really tired after your workout, that is not normal. It might be your clue that you are not eating enough after your workout. You actually can manipulate your macros to work for you, and you can stack your carbs right after your workout. And this is called nutrient timing. So with clients who have been with me for a while and know how to manipulate their macros, I will teach them how to eat more carbs right after the workout to utilize their glucose better for more energy. So to give you a rough estimate of what I'm talking about, you'd want to eat about 25 to 30 grams of carbs before your lifting session to give you energy for your lifts, and then eat around 50 grams of carbs and around 20 to 30 grams of protein after your workout within a 30-minute window to make sure that you're really replenishing your glucose levels. This will help prevent your body from using muscle as fuel, so you'll feel more energized and strong after your workout instead of depleted. Okay, I get it. I know how hard it is to get food in right after your workout, because if you're anything like me, I'm running errands or I'm headed to the park after the gym. So if I know that I'll be running errands, then I'll plan for it and I will bring food with me so that I can eat right after. So it takes a little bit of planning, but I promise it will help. Do not be the person that waits 2 hours to eat after they work out. You've missed your window. Your muscles are starving. You have to replenish your muscles and you'll have so much more energy. All right, the last thing that we're gonna look at is reverse dieting. I mentioned that if you are not recovering from your workout, it can either be nutrient timing or not eating enough of the right foods. But if my clients are constantly feeling run down, I will start to reverse diet with them because your body will tell you what it needs. So if you aren't eating enough and you're working out too hard, you're going to feel depleted. You cannot stay in a deficit for too long because then your body can't repair properly and you'll start to feel really exhausted. So I have a rule of thumb with clients, and if they've been dieting for a few months and they've hit a plateau and cannot go any lower with their macros, we will slowly start to add carbs and fats back into their diet to help speed up their metabolism and make sure that their hormones stay healthy. So a lot of people will ask, well, isn't that counterintuitive? Why would you want to stay in a deficit for too long? If a client does this correctly, they usually will not gain weight when they reverse diet because you can actually maintain your results but eat a lot more food if you do it correctly. So you have to slowly add food back into your diet. You can't do it all at one time or you will gain weight. There's a method to it. If you need help, I can always walk you through this process. But once you've adapted to more food and your body is running really efficiently, then you can do a cut again in a few months and your body's going to respond this time. So how do you reverse diet? I usually have my clients start out by adding about 25 grams of carbs and around 5 grams of fat and see how their body handles it over the next week or two. If you haven't gained any weight, then we'll add another 25 grams of carbs and 5 grams of fat, wait another 2 weeks. And if you're not gaining and your body's really liking the extra food, we just keep increasing until they feel that their body starts to hold on to the weight, and then we stop. And that's how we find their maintenance calories. So when you can eat a certain amount of food that's comfortable for you and you don't gain or lose weight, that's your maintenance calories. And this is actually where you want to live. You don't want to be in a deficit forever. That's not healthy for you. So if you're in a deficit for a little bit, you hit the plateau, that's where we reverse back up. You have to protect your hormones and your metabolism. And so this is how you'll actually see optimal results. When I had my third baby, Mila, I was dieting a little too hard and for a little too long. And so I decided to reverse out and I was shocked. So I was eating 1,400 calories a day, about 140 grams of carbs a day. And then I reversed up to 1,900 calories and 200 carbs a day. I didn't gain 1 pound. My body didn't change. I actually felt amazing. I could lift heavier. I had more energy. I felt so good. And I actually stayed there for 8 months. And then I started losing weight because my body loved being in maintenance and I was able to actually level out my hormones. And so now when I'm going to do a cut, I'm actually starting from 1,900 calories instead of starting at 1,400 calories, and my body's going to respond. So it's a much better place to be in. Remember, the goal is to be able to eat as much as you can while still seeing results. So I want you to remember, if you feel depleted or tired, I want you to do a mental checklist in your mind. Are you eating enough dense foods to get your micronutrients in? Are you eating enough carbs and protein within 30 minutes of your workout? And are you in a deficit for too long and do you need to reverse out? If you need help navigating your nutrition, remember I am a fitness nutrition specialist, and I would love to help you with either a customized macro count or an 8-week program. Just let me know. My link is in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, I want you to check out my next video, 7 signs of an unhealthy gut and 7 ways to fix it. I'm BodyByBree. Thank you for joining me to create the healthiest, happiest version of yourself, and I will see you back here next time.